Number 1. The 1967 Ford Fairlane 500. The 1967 Ford Fairlane 500 is one of Ford's most respected muscle-era intermediates. With its clean styling and lightweight platform, it has become a favorite among enthusiasts who appreciate classic looks combined with modern performance upgrades. This example is listed at $35,000 and has been transformed into a serious street machine. Under the hood is a professionally built 347 cubic inch stroker V8, producing an impressive 475 horsepower. That's a substantial increase over the factory engine, giving this Fairlane performance that rivals many modern sports cars. Fuel delivery is handled by electronic fuel injection, offering quicker starts, smoother operation, and greater reliability than a traditional carburetor. Power is transferred through a 3.89 Posey rear end, providing strong acceleration while ensuring both rear wheels put power to the pavement. The upgrades don't stop there. This Fairlane features power rack and pinion steering, making it much more responsive and enjoyable to drive than the original steering system. It also includes air conditioning, adding a level of comfort that's especially welcome during warm weather cruising. Rather than restoring the car strictly to factory specifications, the builder focused on creating a classic that performs like a modern performance car while retaining the unmistakable appearance of a 1967 Fairlane. So, is it worth the $35,000 asking price? In my opinion, yes. A professionally built 347 stroker producing 475 horsepower, combined with EFI, modern steering, air conditioning, and a Posey rear axle, represents a significant investment. Building a classic Ford to this level today would likely cost well beyond the asking price, making this an attractive value for someone seeking a powerful, reliable, and highly usable restomod. The 1967 Ford Fairlane 500 proves that classic muscle doesn't have to sacrifice modern drivability. With its strong V8, modern upgrades, and timeless styling, this Fairlane looks ready to impress both on the street and at local car shows. Number 2. The 1968 Chevrolet Chevelle. The 1968 Chevrolet Chevelle marked the beginning of Chevrolet's bold new muscle car styling, and today it remains one of the most desirable classics of the era. With its aggressive stance and big block power, it's a car that commands attention wherever it goes. This example is located in Salina, Kansas, with an asking price of $59,500. According to the seller, the car has been restored and shows only 36,000 miles, presenting as a clean, show-ready example. Power comes from a built CTX code 396 cubic inch big block V8, sourced from a 1970 Chevelle SS, and paired with an automatic transmission. Performance upgrades include a larger camshaft, an Edelbrock Performer RPM aluminum intake, long tube headers, Flowmaster mufflers, and electric exhaust cutouts, allowing the driver to switch from a mellow cruise to an aggressive muscle car sound at the push of a button. A 12-bolt positraction rear end and power front disc brakes complete the drivetrain package. Finished in lemons blue with white racing stripes and a brand new white vinyl roof, this Chevelle delivers classic late 60s style. Additional SS-inspired details include the SS hood, hood pins, SS grille, and rear tail panel, giving it the unmistakable appearance of Chevrolet's legendary muscle car. Inside, the cabin has been refreshed with new black bucket seats, a center console, correct SS door panels, a wood rim SS steering wheel, and a column-mounted tachometer. A Kenwood stereo and auxiliary gauges provide modern convenience while keeping the interior true to its period-correct appearance. In my opinion, this 1968 Chevrolet Chevelle is an outstanding blend of classic styling and upgraded performance. With its strong 396 big block, quality restoration, tasteful SS enhancements, and attention to detail throughout, it's a muscle car that's equally suited for weekend cruises, local car shows, or any enthusiast looking for a powerful and beautifully presented Chevelle. Number 3. The 1964 Pontiac Catalina. The 1964 Pontiac Catalina is remembered for its full-size styling and strong V8 heritage, but this example takes a different approach by blending classic looks with modern performance. It's a restomod designed to deliver the appearance of a 1960s cruiser with the reliability of a contemporary drivetrain. This particular Catalina is located in Dallas, Texas, with an asking price of $59,900. Finished in torch red with a matching red, maroon, and white bench seat interior, it presents a bold and unmistakably classic appearance. Power comes from a GM 6.0-liter LS2 fuel-injected V8, paired with a 4L60E 4-speed automatic overdrive transmission. Supporting upgrades include power front disc brakes, power steering, aftermarket air conditioning, an aluminum radiator with electric cooling fan, and dual Flowmaster exhaust, making this Catalina far more comfortable and reliable than a typical 1960s full-size classic. The interior retains its vintage feel with a factory-style steering wheel and gauge cluster, while adding practical upgrades such as Bluetooth audio, underdash gauges, and a Mooneyes column-mounted tachometer. Riding on 15-inch aluminum wheels, the car balances classic styling with modern functionality. In my opinion, this Catalina is an excellent choice for someone who wants to drive their classic regularly rather than simply display it. The LS2 engine, overdrive transmission, modern cooling system, and comfort upgrades create a restomod that offers vintage Pontiac style with the dependable performance of a modern muscle car. Number 4. The 1970 Pontiac GTO. What if I told you that for $38,500, you could own a 1970 Pontiac GTO with a 4-speed manual transmission, a built 400 V8, and a price that was recently reduced by nearly $9,000? For many enthusiasts, the 1970 GTO represents one of the greatest muscle cars of its era, combining bold styling with the unmistakable sound of Pontiac V8 power. Finished in a striking orange exterior with a beautiful black interior, this GTO has the aggressive look that made these cars legendary. Under the hood is a mildly built 400 cubic inch V8, paired with a 4-speed manual transmission, giving drivers the kind of hands-on muscle car experience that's becoming harder to find. The seller also notes several desirable upgrades, including vintage air for improved comfort and a March pulley system under the hood. Even better, the body is described as having no rust, which is always a major advantage for a classic from this generation. I also appreciate that the seller is upfront about the few remaining issues. The air conditioning has a small pinhole leak in one of the lines, and the transmission needs a speedometer gear. Those sound like relatively minor items compared to major body or engine repairs, and it's helpful when sellers are honest about what still needs attention. So, is it worth the asking price? Personally, I think it's a compelling value. A rust-free 1970 Pontiac GTO with a built 400 V8, a 4-speed manual, and factory-style comfort upgrades for $38,500 is difficult to overlook, especially after the recent price reduction. If you're looking for a classic muscle car that's built to be driven instead of parked, this 1970 Pontiac GTO is definitely worth putting on your shortlist. Number 5. The 1960 Chevrolet Bel Air. What if I told you that for $45,000, you could own a beautifully restored 1960 Chevrolet Bel Air powered by one of Chevrolet's most legendary early V8 engines? The 1960 Bel Air represents the final evolution of Chevrolet's dramatic late 50s styling before the cleaner designs of the 1960s took over. With its sweeping body lines, chrome accents, and iconic tail fins, it's a car that still turns heads more than 60 years later. Finished in a tan exterior with a burgundy interior, this two-door hardtop has an elegant, period-correct appearance that perfectly suits its classic design. Under the hood is the famous 348 cubic inch V8, an engine that helped establish Chevrolet's performance reputation before the big block era truly arrived. According to the seller, the car is equipped with a completely rebuilt 4-speed manual transmission, giving drivers a much more engaging experience than a typical automatic cruiser. There's something special about rowing through the gears while listening to the deep rumble of a classic Chevrolet V8. The seller simply describes the car as beautiful, and based on the information provided, it sounds like a well-presented classic that's ready to be enjoyed rather than finished. Financing and trade-ins are also available, making it accessible to a wider range of collectors. Personally, I think the combination of the 348 V8 and a 4-speed manual is what really makes this Bel Air stand out. It's a setup that delivers both classic styling and an authentic vintage driving experience. So, is it worth the asking price? In my opinion, yes. A clean 1960 Chevrolet Bel Air with a desirable 348 V8, rebuilt manual transmission, and timeless styling offers strong value for anyone looking to own a true piece of American automotive history. The 1960 Chevrolet Bel Air isn't just another classic Chevrolet. It's a beautifully preserved symbol of an era when style, chrome, and V8 performance defined the American automobile. Number 6. The 1965 Chevrolet Chevelle Malibu SS. The 1965 Chevrolet Chevelle Malibu SS is one of the cars that helped establish Chevrolet's muscle car legacy. Its clean first-generation styling and lightweight body make it an ideal platform for high-performance builds, and this example has been heavily upgraded for serious street performance. Listed at $34,000, this Chevelle carries a genuine 138 VIN, identifying it as an original Malibu Supersport. Under the hood sits a powerful 402 cubic inch big block Chevrolet V8, breathing through a New Holly 750 double-pumper carburetor and an HEI electronic ignition for improved reliability and performance. Backing the engine is a new TH400 automatic transmission, sending power to a Moser Ford 9-inch rear axle equipped with 31 spline axles, a true track differential, and 3.70 gears. This combination is built to handle substantial horsepower while delivering excellent traction. The suspension has also received a major upgrade with a QA1 coilover suspension system, dramatically improving handling and ride quality. Stopping power comes from the Right Stuff 4-wheel disc brake conversion, while modern conveniences include classic auto air conditioning, a high-capacity aluminum radiator, hydro-boost braking system, and a Concept 1 serpentine drive system. Inside, the car features scat bucket seats, racing-style 4-point harnesses, and a distinctive Kilduff lightning rod shifter, giving the cabin a custom performance feel. Additional performance equipment includes a 25-gallon fuel cell, water methanol injection system, and American racing headers, showing that this Chevelle was built with performance as the top priority. The seller notes that the paint is fair, meaning the car may not be a concours showpiece, but mechanically it appears to be equipped with thousands of dollars in high-quality aftermarket components. So, is it worth the $34,000 asking price? In my opinion, yes. Considering the extensive list of premium upgrades, including the big block engine, upgraded drivetrain, modern suspension, 4-wheel disc brakes, air conditioning, and performance components, the asking price appears very competitive. Reproducing a build like this today would likely cost considerably more than the purchase price. The 1965 Chevrolet Chevelle Malibu SS is a perfect example of a classic muscle car built to be driven. It combines vintage Chevrolet styling with modern performance upgrades, creating a machine that's equally capable of weekend cruising, spirited driving, and turning heads wherever it goes. Number 7. The 1966 Chevrolet Chevelle 300 Deluxe Pro Touring. The 1966 Chevrolet Chevelle 300 Deluxe Pro Touring is far more than a restored classic. It's a professionally built performance machine that combines vintage muscle car styling with modern engineering. Every detail of this build was designed to deliver incredible power, exceptional handling, and everyday drivability. Located in Salina, Kansas, this Chevelle carries an asking price of $87,500. According to the seller, it has traveled less than 3,800 miles since its body-off restoration, making it an exceptionally fresh build. At the heart of the car is a massive 540 cubic inch Blueprint Engines big block V8, producing an impressive 731 horsepower and 725 pound-feet of torque. The engine is paired with an American powertrain Tremec T56 6-speed manual transmission, giving the driver complete control over all that power. A 12-bolt positraction rear axle with 3.73 gears helps put every bit of performance to the pavement. The suspension has been completely modernized with a CPP Stage 4 Pro Touring system, including QA1 adjustable coilover shocks, tubular control arms, sway bars, and 4-wheel power disc brakes with drilled and slotted rotors. Cooling duties are handled by a Be-Cool aluminum radiator with dual electric fans, ensuring the high-performance engine stays comfortable even in demanding conditions. Finished in its original Aztec bronze paint, the body features laser-straight panels, new chrome, new glass, and outstanding attention to detail. Inside, the gold bench seat interior has been fully restored, while tasteful upgrades such as a column-mounted tachometer and odometer auxiliary gauges provide useful performance information without taking away from the classic appearance. In my opinion, this 1966 Chevrolet Chevelle 300 Deluxe is an extraordinary pro touring build that successfully blends classic Chevrolet styling with modern supercar-level performance. With over 730 horsepower, a 6-speed manual transmission, professional restoration, and extensive documentation, it's the kind of no-compromise muscle car that can impress both on the show field and on the open road. Number 8. The 1968 Plymouth GTX. The 1968 Plymouth GTX has long been known as one of Mopar's premium muscle cars, combining aggressive styling with big block performance. Unlike its more budget-minded siblings, the GTX offered extra comfort and refinement while still delivering the power enthusiasts expected from the golden age of American muscle. This particular GTX is located in New Braunfels, Texas, with an asking price of $79,900. Finished in black with silver rocker stripes over a matching black bucket seat interior, it makes an unmistakably bold first impression. Under the hood is a period-correct 440 cubic inch Mopar V8, paired with a legendary 727 automatic transmission and an 8 3/4 inch rear end. Additional features include power steering, front disc brakes, dual exhaust, an Edelbrock 4-barrel carburetor, and classic 15-inch Magnum wheels, creating a combination that's equally comfortable on the highway or at a weekend car show. Inside, the car retains much of its factory character with wood grain trim, a factory-style gauge cluster, and a working Chrysler solid-state AM radio, preserving the authentic late 1960s driving experience. In my opinion, this GTX checks many of the boxes serious Mopar enthusiasts look for. It's a genuine 1968 GTX equipped with a legendary 440 big block, desirable factory-style appearance, and tasteful upgrades that improve drivability without sacrificing its classic identity. It's the kind of muscle car that remains just as impressive today as it was more than 50 years ago. Number 9. The 1977 Cadillac Eldorado Biarritz. What if I told you that for just $5,500, you could own a classic Cadillac Eldorado Biarritz with only 25,000 miles showing on the odometer? The 1977 Eldorado represents the era when Cadillac focused on luxury, comfort, and a true American road presence. These cars were built to stand out, offering a level of style and refinement that is still impressive today. Finished in a blue exterior with a matching blue interior, this Eldorado Biarritz comes loaded with features, including a rare and desirable sunroof. The seller describes it as a very good condition example that still has the classic Cadillac look and luxury character. With only 25,000 miles, the mileage is certainly one of the biggest attractions of this car. According to the seller, it starts right up and runs, although it does have some issues that the next owner will need to address. The car is missing its fuel injection and load leveling system, and it currently stumbles when taking off. Cosmetically, the seller mentions some rust around the roof molding and worn original lacquer paint, with a small area on the roof needing repainting. These are important details, but they also explain why this Eldorado is priced much lower than fully restored examples. So, is it worth the asking price? Personally, I think this Cadillac could be an interesting opportunity for someone who enjoys bringing classic luxury cars back to their former glory. The combination of low mileage, Biarritz trim, and iconic 1970s Cadillac styling gives it strong potential. It may need some attention before becoming a show-quality cruiser, but for someone looking for an affordable piece of Cadillac history, this 1977 Eldorado Biarritz could be a very cool project. Number 10. The 1973 Chevrolet Nova Hatchback. What if I told you that for $12,000, you could own a classic Chevy Nova that already has thousands of dollars invested into upgrades and modifications? The 1973 Nova is part of the third-generation Nova lineup, known for its simple design, lightweight body, and huge popularity among classic car enthusiasts. While earlier Novas are often associated with muscle car history, the later models have developed their own following because they make excellent platforms for customization. This particular Nova stands out because it has been heavily upgraded. The seller says more than $20,000 in parts have been invested, including components from well-known suppliers like JEGS and Classic Industries. Under the hood is a rebuilt small-block 350 V8 paired with a 700R4 automatic transmission, giving this Nova a reliable combination of classic Chevy power and modern drivability. The car has fewer than 5,000 miles on the engine, so the drivetrain is still relatively fresh. The exhaust setup includes Hedman headers and Flowmaster Super 44 mufflers, which should give this Nova the aggressive V8 sound that many enthusiasts look for. The upgraded suspension appearance is completed with Billet Specialties Dagger wheels, featuring 17-inch fronts and 18-inch rears wrapped in Yokohama tires. Inside, the cabin has been completely redone with diamond-stitched upholstery, giving this classic Chevy a more custom and modern feel. The seller also mentions that all gauges work properly, although the odometer cable needs replacement. There are a few things left to finish. The car currently does not have air conditioning or heat, and the paint needs attention. But personally, I think that can also be an advantage because the next owner gets the opportunity to create the final look without undoing someone else's work. So, is it worth the asking price? In my opinion, this Nova offers a lot of potential for $12,000. It already has the important upgrades: a fresh V8, upgraded transmission, custom interior, wheels, and exhaust. With some cosmetic finishing, this could become a very enjoyable classic Chevy cruiser. The 1973 Chevrolet Nova hatchback may not be a factory SS muscle car, but with its V8 power, custom upgrades, and affordable price, it represents exactly why the Nova remains one of the most popular classic Chevrolet platforms today. Number 11. The 1970 Chevrolet Camaro. The 1970 Chevrolet Camaro represents the beginning of the iconic second-generation Camaro era. With its aggressive styling, long hood, short rear design, and muscular appearance, this generation has become one of the most desirable Camaro designs among collectors and enthusiasts. This example is listed at $66,900 and features a modernized performance setup while maintaining the classic Camaro character. Under the hood is a GM 5.7-liter V8 engine with aluminum heads, paired with a 700R4 automatic overdrive transmission. This combination provides strong performance while also making the car more comfortable for highway cruising. The drivetrain is supported by a 10-bolt rear axle, while performance upgrades include an Edelbrock Performer intake, quick-fuel 4-barrel carburetor, chrome air cleaner, chrome valve covers, and a dual stainless steel exhaust system with headers. The car also features upgraded suspension components with front and rear sway bars, improving handling and stability. Finished in a striking citrus green paint with custom black hood stripes and a black vinyl roof, this Camaro has a unique appearance that stands out from the crowd. The exterior is complemented by 17-inch rally-style charcoal wheels, front and rear spoilers, and dual chrome mirrors for a classic muscle car look. Inside, the Camaro features green knitted vinyl bucket seats, a center console with a horseshoe-style shifter, factory-style gauges, an odometer column tachometer, and a custom auto-sound AM/FM radio. Comfort features include power steering, front disc brakes, and factory-style Frigidaire air conditioning, making this Camaro enjoyable for both shows and regular driving. So, is it worth the $66,900 asking price? In my opinion, this Camaro offers a strong combination of classic styling, upgraded performance, and everyday drivability. While it may not be a completely original numbers-matching collector car, the improvements make it a more enjoyable street machine with modern reliability and comfort. The 1970 Chevrolet Camaro remains one of the most recognizable American muscle cars ever built, and this example delivers the classic second-generation look with the added benefit of V8 power, upgraded handling, and features that make it ready for the open road. Number 12. The 1964 Chevrolet Impala SS Convertible. The 1964 Chevrolet Impala SS Convertible is one of the most iconic full-size Chevrolet classics ever built. With its stylish design, open-top driving experience, and legendary super sport heritage, this model remains highly desirable among collectors and classic car enthusiasts. This example is located in Houston, Texas, with an asking price of $55,000. The seller describes it as a complete car that runs and drives great, making it a classic that can be enjoyed immediately. Under the hood is a 327 cubic inch Chevrolet V8, providing the smooth and reliable performance that made these Impalas famous. The car has also received a complete disc brake conversion, adding improved stopping power and making it more comfortable and safer for modern driving conditions. As a true SS convertible, this Impala combines classic Chevrolet styling with the excitement of open-air cruising. The long body lines, chrome details, and sporty super sport appearance give it a strong presence whether parked at a car show or cruising down the highway. The seller mentions that the car is complete and welcomes serious buyers to inspect it in person. While the listing does not include extensive details about the restoration history, the combination of a 327 V8, convertible body style, and SS package makes this a desirable classic. In my opinion, this 1964 Chevrolet Impala SS convertible represents the best of early 1960s American cruising. With its iconic design, V8 power, upgraded braking system, and collectible SS convertible configuration, it offers a great opportunity for someone looking for a classic Chevrolet that can be enjoyed on the open road. Number 13. The 1974 Buick Century Coupe. The 1974 Buick Century Coupe represents a different side of classic American cars. Instead of focusing only on extreme performance, Buick created cars that combine smooth V8 power, comfort, and elegant styling. Today, well-preserved examples like this are becoming increasingly appreciated by collectors who value originality. This particular Century Coupe is located in Greenbrier, Arkansas, with an asking price of $13,600. Finished in gold with a beige interior, the car shows approximately 57,000 miles and is believed to have remained with the same family in Tennessee since new. Power comes from a 350 cubic inch V8 paired with an automatic transmission. The car also features power steering and power brakes, making it an easy and comfortable classic cruiser. It still retains original details, including the factory smog equipment, factory rally wheels, and original owner's manual. According to the seller, this Buick was garage-kept and remains in excellent condition with no rust issues. Recent updates include new tires, while the original radio remains in place but is currently not working. The air conditioning will also need servicing, but the car is described as running and presenting beautifully overall. In my opinion, this Century Coupe is a true time capsule. Its low mileage, one family history, original features, and clean condition make it a great choice for someone who wants a unique classic that's comfortable, reliable, and different from the usual muscle car crowd. Number 14. The 1970 Dodge Challenger T/A. What if I told you that for $79,000, you could own one of the most iconic Mopar performance cars ever created? A 1970 Dodge Challenger T/A with its matching numbers 346 pack engine and 4-speed manual transmission. The Challenger T/A was built for a special purpose, bringing race-inspired styling and street performance directly from the golden era of American muscle. Even today, these cars remain highly desirable among collectors. Finished in the legendary Hemi orange exterior, this Challenger has the aggressive appearance that made the model famous. Inside, it features black bucket seats, creating the classic muscle car atmosphere enthusiasts look for. Under the hood is the highly desirable matching numbers 346 pack V8, paired with its original 4-speed manual transmission. This combination delivers the kind of driving experience that modern cars simply cannot replicate: the sound, the shifting, and the connection between driver and machine. According to the seller, this Challenger T/A is a rust-free Colorado car and remains in driver condition, meaning it's not just a collectible sitting in a garage. It is a classic that can still be enjoyed on the road. The car also comes equipped with power steering and power brakes, adding comfort and confidence while keeping the driving experience enjoyable. So, is it worth the asking price? Personally, I think this Challenger is aimed at serious Mopar enthusiasts who understand the rarity and history behind the T/A package. A documented matching numbers 346 pack Challenger T/A with a 4-speed manual is becoming increasingly difficult to find, especially with a rust-free body. If you're searching for a true piece of Dodge muscle car history that combines rarity, performance, and unmistakable style, this 1970 Dodge Challenger T/A is definitely a car worth paying attention to. Number 15. The 1997 Oldsmobile. What if I told you that for just $1,200, you could own a clean title Oldsmobile that still runs and could become an affordable daily driver or budget project? By the late 1990s, Oldsmobile was known for building comfortable, practical vehicles with smooth rides and dependable features. While these cars are often overlooked compared to classic muscle cars, they can still provide a lot of value for someone looking for inexpensive transportation. This particular Oldsmobile is described by the seller as running, although it does have a minor issue. The engine is currently running rough, and the seller suspects it could be related to an air sensor or ignition coil. The problem appears to be something that may be manageable for someone comfortable with basic mechanical repairs. One major positive is that the car comes with a clean title, which is always important when considering an inexpensive used vehicle. Instead of dealing with paperwork problems or a major restoration, the next owner can focus directly on diagnosing and improving the car. At only $1,200, this Oldsmobile represents an affordable opportunity. It may not be a collector vehicle, but cars like this can make great budget projects, first cars, or simple transportation after a little attention. So, is it worth the asking price? In my opinion, for someone who enjoys fixing small mechanical issues, this could be a smart low-cost purchase. A sensor, coil, or basic tune-up could potentially bring this Oldsmobile back to smoother operation without spending a fortune. The 1997 Oldsmobile may not be a high-dollar classic, but sometimes the most affordable cars are the ones that provide the most practical enjoyment, especially when they just need a little care to get back on the road.